Hey guys, what's up? Stephanie Flates is here with creatingwithin.com, the place to get in touch with your inner world. And today I want to talk to you briefly about what spiritual growth is. I've been meeting a lot of different people who are interested in growing spiritually, but they just don't know where to start. So I figured let me do a video and share with you what spirituality really means to me. Spirituality has become something very mainstream recently in the last few years, which is great. But at the same time, I can understand that we can seem very overwhelmed with so much information, and it may seem more complex than what it really is. Spirituality is very similar to personal growth, with the one big difference being that when you're choosing to grow spiritually, you are connecting with a higher power, and you're using that connection to empower your growth. Now, you can call that connection whatever label resonates with you: God, Jesus, the universe, source energy, your higher self. What you call it doesn't matter, as long as you know that when you're growing spiritually, you are connecting with a higher power, and that higher power is going to allow you to grow in a more rapid, transformative, and joyful way. As you grow spiritually, you're able to start seeing the bigger picture of your life, and you start to realize that you don't need to really be involved in all the little details of your life. You don't need to figure out how to make it work. That if you simply connect within and connect with this higher power, your life will start falling into place, because you'll see the bigger picture, and you'll know what you need to do and when you need to surrender and let go and allow the universe to do its job, which is often what we don't do. We get in our own way. So the number one thing to start growing spiritually is to simply have a desire to want to grow spiritually. If you already have the desire to want to grow, know that you're already on your way. Because the moment that you decide and you have a desire to want to grow spiritually, the universe will start to put the right person in your path. One day you'll be somewhere and you'll meet somebody random and they'll have a conversation with you that will be exactly the conversation you needed to hear at that very precise moment. Sometimes you will come across a book that is a book that you needed to see at that precise moment, and it might be one line that you needed from that book, or it might be 5 chapters that you needed from that book. You might be driving one day and there might be something on the radio that you needed to hear in that moment. So especially when you first started on the spiritual path, the universe will start bringing you the things and people that you need to get you started. Now, the next tip for spiritual growth is being able to sit with yourself in silence. That means no cell phone, no TV, no music, nobody but you. At the beginning, this might be really difficult, so I suggest for you to just find 5 minutes a day to really just sit in silence. It might feel weird at first. You might feel like you have a lot of thoughts. So my advice is, especially when it comes to meditation, is don't try to control your thoughts. Don't try to even focus on them, because the more you try to control your thoughts, then the less you can control them. Rather, when you're sitting with yourself, a way to really feel and find that stillness is to focus on your breath, is to breathe deeply and just feel how that deep breath feels in your body. Bring awareness to your body. How does your hands feel? How does your chest feel? How does your stomach feel? Bring awareness, because a lot of times we're so disconnected from ourselves and so disconnected from our bodies, because we are mostly, all of us, living from here to here. We're just completely disconnected, and I know that because I went through it. See, I live my life very experiential, so I usually go through all the extremes of things, and that's really how my soul teaches me. So I know what it is to live in your head, and it sucks. So one of the ways is to really just get in tune with your body, so just sit with yourself and to breathe deeply, because a lot of times we're not breathing. We have very shallow breath, and our breath is our life force. So whenever you're feeling anxious or uneasy, just breathe deeply and feel your body. So talking about feeling, the next thing that I want to let you know is that part of spiritual growth means that you have to be willing to feel it all. It takes a lot of courage to walk the spiritual path, because, like I said before, you're going to be faced to look at the aspects of yourself that you haven't wanted to look at, and then you're going to be forced to do the work. And part of the work means that you're going to need to feel all those things you don't want to feel. Most of us run away from pain. We don't want to feel pain. So when we're feeling fearful or insecure, we push those emotions away and we do anything to not feel them. And I talk about this in my video, See It, Feel It, and Transform It. But a huge aspect of spiritual growth and a way that you can really save yourself some time and not create so many lessons for you is by allowing yourself to feel what it is that you're feeling. Allow the emotion to go through you. So if you're feeling insecure, sit with that insecurity rather than running away from it. Feel it. Because when you can feel it, it can go through you and you can release it. When you resist it, it will just start to manifest outwardly and it will create a lot of situations for you to have to act out and deal with that. Because a lot of times when we don't want to deal with stuff, what do? We project out into the world, and then those projections cause us to have to deal with them. So this is just a little bit to get you started on your own inner path, but I want you to know that there's no one way to do anything. There's no one path, and that you have your own inner guidance inside, and what works for you is all within yourself. So at first, as you start, you're going to get a lot of external help to get you on your path, but as you start clearing out those layers within, you're going to be able to start hearing your own inner guidance, and you will know what you need to do for you, what works for you. So in the meantime, guys, continue to communicate, connect, and create, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.